back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Well, Lopez has been great. He has 9 rebounds, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Johnson is out there with Young. Then it's Donald Sloan. Then there's Wayne Ellington. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. Few would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
And the second free throw, good.
And for the Hawks, they did end up with 4 All-Stars last season. As you said, it was all about how they worked together as a team.
Millsap a screen. Korver kicks to Horford. They set the pick. Teague for 3. That doesn't go in either for Teague.
And you know, around the NBA, the league recognized the Hawks were a complete team. Everybody played their roles superbly. The NBA named all 5 of their starters the player of the week last year in an unprecedented move.
Lopez. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Just too dominant in the low post to let him have the ball in that close.
Really simple opportunity for him. I mean, that's his bread and butter there.
Now here's Millsap, picked by Horford. Back to Teague. Shot clock at 5. To the paint, Sefolosha. And it's blocked.
Been a cold spell for them coming out of the half, missing their first 3 shots. A tough start.
Lopez kicks to Sloan. Right wing. Ellington the pass to Lopez. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. It's time now to look at the NBA's top shooting teams from a season ago. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but man, they were right there.
So it's the Hawks now. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Passes it to Teague. Inside. Here's Millsap. The shot, no good. Good defensive work there by Young.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Johnson against Teague. Johnson attacking, and the foul called on Joe Johnson. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And it wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense, or bad if you don't execute them. Shooting is just a byproduct of not screening well and not moving the ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end.
And the dunk by Lopez.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
So it's Atlanta now, following the bucket by the Nets. There's the screen. Outside Teague. Pulls up on the wing. Connects. The jumper drops. Teague's got 6.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
And Sloan kicks to Johnson. Releases. Let's keep it alive. Over Sefolosha. That one wide left.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
And Al Horford is just a winner, guys. I mean, win 2 NCAA titles at his time playing for Florida. His teammates call him the Godfather because of how calm and quiet he is in terms of his leadership and the mentoring he provides. It's been the same here in the NBA.
Splitters checked in for Thabo Sefolosha. And a change for the Nets. Brown's checked in. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Pass to Johnson. Shoots the 3. And it's Johnson again missing. And that Florida team with Horford, Noah, and Corey Brewer, such a tight-knit group. All those guys still competing and defending at a very high level now in the NBA.
Each of those guys very team first in their approach. That's what they're about, winning. And because they've experienced championship winning, they stay locked into that task.
And Young, here we go.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Right side Teague, back to Korver. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 6 assists in the game.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
Here's Sloan. Johnson, wide open, he fires. And it's Johnson again missing.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period. Guys, this doesn't look like the same team defensively we saw in the first half. I mean, they're flat as day-old pop.
And Sloan kicks to Young. It's stolen by Korver. Teague against Brown. Teague dishes to Korver. Pass to Splitter. Lets it go from 11. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist from Thiago Splitter. And 11 points for Horford. Here's Sloan. And Young now, top of the key. They set the pick. And it comes off the front of the rim.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Now here's Johnson, following the miss by Paul Millsap. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
It has not been an easy quarter for them, at least offensively speaking.
Korver with it, picked up by Brown. Horford, no luck.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
The open shot by Johnson, and the Nets miss again.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Picked by Horford. Teague, the pass to Horford. Lets it go from 11. Can't get it to go. Good defensive work there by Young.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Now here's Teague. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot. Splitter with a screen on Brown. Now here's Korver. He's guarded closely. Here's Teague, and it's blocked by Brown. Johnson, that's for 2. Off the iron that time.
Boy, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
Now here's Millsap. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Offensive rebound, and that one's good. 20 points for Brook Lopez.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Splitter sets a screen. T kicks to Horford. The rebound by the Nets. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved coach of the year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you can put in there. But what he's done taking the Hawks to the top of the East, few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years, has a wonderful team game. And, you know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio, but he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Atlanta.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Something else you like to see is how well they've got their free throws tonight.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Scotty's checked in for Splitter. Ken Bazemore comes in for Paul Millsap. Sheldon Max checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. Here's Larkin. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Now here is Horford. He dishes it to Bazemore. Here's Mack. Ellington defending. Mack the pass to Bazemore. Here's Schroeder. Atlanta again missing. Nets trail by 17. Here's Bogdanovic. He's got 11. And stolen by Scott. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Picked by Horford. To the middle. Off the screen. He takes it up and lays it in. Horford's got 15 points.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Got a piece of it. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
And that one falls for Ellington. Eight seconds left here in the third quarter. Now here's Schroeder. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Schroeder's got his second bucket tonight. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Hawks ahead, opening up a huge gap. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth.